Hello everybody and welcome back to Fantastic Fun Folds. It's Monday night and it means that it's Fantastic Fun Fold night. Maybe I should be doing it on a Friday. Fantastic Fun Folds on Friday. Too many F's there. Anyway, I do it on Monday nights, 8 p.m. Australian Eastern Standard Time, and my name is Tatiana and I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in Australia. I like to showcase how to make cards. Hey Judy, hey Tanya, thanks for joining me, because I hope to inspire people to spend some time being creative and to make cards to send to people. So hello to Cheryl Lee and Renee and Margaret. Lots of people hopping on, and thank you for sharing, Margaret. You know you're watching live here on Facebook if you see the red live right there. If not, that's okay, this is the recording, but please still say hi. I do reply to comments, and if you're on YouTube, I do reply to comments there too, so please leave one, but I am very slow with YouTube. I don't always log in. Hello Kay and Tanya. Tonight, and hello Tam. Tonight we will be looking at the triangle gatefold. My good friend Pam Yorbison from, let me get this right, Stamping in Your PJs, taught me this fold, and I think it's hilarious that she calls it Stamping with the PJs. I love it, I absolutely do. And for those of you who have been following me for a while, Monday nights used to be my pajama creativity time, and I loved it. I loved going live in my pajamas, but I've moved on from there. So enough chit chatter, let's head to the craft desk and get some, well, I'll say stamping, but there's no stamping involved today. It's all folding. So let's get there. Flip. Fabulous. Okay, so for this, for the triangle gatefold, we need some DSP, and I've decided to use the Retiring Bird Ballad DSP. I am really getting into this DSP. Hold on, my phone is telling me it is low on battery, which I knew. So I've just got to plug it in. There we go. Okay, and don't need much DSP. 6x6 is plenty, but then I've got some more here so that we can cover the back of the envelope. If you watched me on Saturday for National Scrapbook Day, you would have seen these fussy cut birds. I had some fun fussy cutting a full sheet of the birds, and I thought it'd be fun to use them. And I'm also going to use one of the sentiments from the Share Sunshine PDF download for the COVID-19 relief fundraiser from Stampin' Up. And I had this one pre-cut in the stitched rectangle. Oh, it's bigger than that. It doesn't matter. The point is I had it pre-cut and I love it. I just really love this one. Sending love and paper hugs. Like, it's just, oh, so pretty, and I thought it went well. Okay, so let's get cutting. For the base, so this card's a little bit different, making sure you can see. So for the base, we need a 10.5 centimeter piece by 14.8, which is basically a quarter of an A4 sheet. If you are in an imperial country and you use letter paper, you will need to cut this at 4 4.75 inches by 5.5 inches. Then I like to use Whisper White because this is the layer that I will be using to write on, but I have this size pre-cut, so I'm just getting one of my pre-cut. So I have them pre-cut, ready to go in a large stamp case. And this is 10 centimeters by 14.3 centimeters. And if you're imperial, you'll need it 4 inches by 5.25 inch. I will share all of those dimensions on my blog post with this. So basically it'll be layered like that, and you'll get the pool party. Did I say that? I'm using pool party. And then the DSP. If it's a directional DSP, so this one I'm using this flowers, and I feel like the direction is this way. So I'm going to take note of that while I'm cutting. With the birds, they're kind of directional. So just take note if the paper is directional. If it isn't, don't worry. But I want this flowing this way, and that means I want my 7.5 centimeter, so 7.5 centimeters there, and 7.5 there. So you'll need 2 strips of this. So that's 2 7.5 centimeters, and the other direction is 10 centimeters. Perhaps could have cut the 10 centimeters first, so I'm left with a longer strip, but that's okay. You know, hindsight kind of thing. And then you want to score them along the 7.5 centimeter side, and you're scoring at 1.5 centimeters. So in imperial, this will be cut at 3 inches by 4 inches and scored at 1 inch. And I'm going to score, because these I'm keeping them directional, I'm scoring 1 over here and 1 over here. So 1.5 centimeter score. Hello, Kerry. I briefly got to see your live today, but I didn't get to watch, but congratulations on the podcast. It's very exciting. I can't believe you're watching me. Whoa. For those who don't know, Kerry is my cousin-in-law. I love saying that. I know that that's not a term that people really use, but I love saying that. So I'm scoring this at 1. Oh, no! See, this is what happens when you talk too much. I cut instead of scored. Oops. Good thing I've got me some extra paper. So we wanted to cut at 7.5 centimeters. And then at 10 centimeters. See, I'm keeping it real. I make mistakes all the time. And now I'm going to move the cutting blade out of the way and score this at 1.5 centimeters. Yes, you did distract me, but I forgive you. I've got a cheeky grin on my face now. And that, my dear friends, is all we need for now. And this is the side that I want to show. So we're going to fold these into triangles now. And because I want this side to show, I'm going to flip them and fold them from this direction. So you're going to take this corner down to the score line and fold it. And I like to burnish it just so that it's nice and strong. And then I'm going to take the other corner. So there is overlap here. But there we go. And then you just want to make sure that fold is there as well. So that's one triangle. And repeat with the second piece. We have to have a good chat call. That would be lovely. It's been crazy between your travels and COVID. I mean, you traveled and you were safe and you stayed in isolation, just putting that out there to everybody. Kerry listened to the rules. And then I'm folding this up. Oh, thank you. I did get your card. I never thanked you for your card, by the way. But I did get it. So now, basically, these triangles are going to be glued onto our white cardstock right here. And then that will go onto there. And that's kind of where the name comes from, the triangle gatefold. So I will do some of that adhering right now. Taking my liquid glue, and you're only adding glue to that scored off area. The bit that I chopped off before, that I didn't need to chop off. I honestly place that down. And there we go. Couldn't lift it. Place that down. Love it, Kerry. It's alright, it traveled. It's done more travel than I have recently. Oh, what am I saying? Yeah, well, it's done more overseas travel than I have recently. Thanks, lovely. Have a good night. Hey, Danielle, thank you for joining me. So there we have that. Now, I'm not going to adhere this down just quite yet because we're going to add... So I got a bit of glue on there. And if I rub my fingers over it, you can see where it is. So I'm just going to use an eraser, just a regular white eraser, lead pencil eraser, to get rid of that. Because it bothers me. Okay, so we're also going to add some ribbon to this. And I'm using the polka dot tulle ribbon. Hello, Danielle. And I'm going to, adhere it to the back there. And I like to use the tear and tape for this. There's my end. So I'm going to just grab a bit of tear and tape onto that folded back area. I don't know why I'm using my fingernails when I should just... Love using the Take Your Pick tool to remove this release paper. So much easier. Hello, lovely Kayla. I hope you are well. Now I've got some tulle. I've got some ribbon and I'm making sure I'm centering it. Hold on. Would be good if I turned it around correctly. Tulle ribbon there. I've centered it into that, and you can also add a bit of adhesive onto the triangle if you want it to sit more flat. I had one piece cut and then I've got this last little piece off the last of my tulle ribbon, but good news is that this one is not retiring, so we can get some more of it. So it's a really lovely, delicate ribbon. It is wide, but it's quite delicate. It really adds something. I'm just checking to see which end the polka dots. Is there a right side and a left side? I feel like there is, but I could be wrong. Hello, Kayla. Okay, so now that I've put the ribbon down, we can adhere this onto our card base. And that hides the ribbon ends. You love that ribbon? I love it too, it's beautiful. So this way the ribbon ends are hidden and tucked in quite nicely. Just gonna make sure I've lined that up fairly evenly. And there we go. This is taking shape. Now I've already got that one all cut out, but we need another piece. So I'm gonna take the other piece that we get when we cut the card base, and I'm trying to decide which sized. Let's start with the bigger because I can always cut it smaller. Excuse me, I'm just going to run that through the die cutting machine. And let's see. Yeah, I like it. Now, oh yes, we stick this down. We stick this one down and then the ribbon goes across and then we stick the other one on top. And I'm just going to put my finger there and basically I'm going to put liquid glue onto that triangle there. And eyeballing it. I'm just eyeballing it tonight. Now we can pull that across. Now, if you wanted to, and this is something I'm going to do, is just to secure the ribbon a bit, because nobody's going to see this. This is going to be sandwiched between two layers. There we go. So you can pull that across. Don't pull too hard, because this is a very stretchy ribbon, so I don't want to pull it too hard. I don't want to stretch it, but that way that ribbon I know will stay in place. I could have done it more here as well, but in the middle. Thank you, Kayla. Hi Michelle, thanks for joining me. How are you? And now we're going to add the Sending Love and Paper Hugs up on some dimensionals. And I have a new sheet, but it's always fun to use up. Excuse me, I've still got that cough. It's always fun to use up the edge pieces. Oh, don't stick it there, it's getting attached to that tear and tape right there. And place that in the middle, so that sheet is completely finished. Yes, that's right, Kayla. My heritage is Russian, but I am kind of second/third, mostly third generation outside of Russia. But I still speak it. Oh, Declan, I missed the first comment about Declan. My accent's actually quite muddled. There is a bit of Russian in there, but not heavy Russian. But I don't know, have I shared the story? I don't know if I've shared the story online publicly, but basically I pick up accents really easily. I can't do it on purpose, so if I try to, say, speak Irish, speak with an Irish accent, I can't do it. But if I am talking to someone who's got a heavy Irish accent, I start having an Irish accent. And I don't do that on purpose. So I've got these birds while I tell the story, and I'm just going to find which one works best. And my son was in hospital because he broke his arm, and the nurse that started prepping us to go into theatre, well, not me, us, I'm taking ownership of the break. I like that. One bird there and maybe another bird down here. Let's see, do we have any other birdies? Oh, that one could look lovely. And so she had a Scottish accent. Very, very, very Scottish. And yeah, so I started picking up a Scottish accent, and the second nurse came over to help take us over to theatre, and she said to me, "Oh, are you from Scotland too?" Honestly, I'd only been talking to her for a few minutes and I'd picked it up. There, I really like those birds there. It might be a bit too busy. What do we think? One bird or two birds? Oh, I love a Scottish accent. And an Irish, yes. That's probably why I married someone with an Irish surname. Okay, let's do a quick vote here, people. Two birds, give me a thumbs up. One bird, give me a love heart. What about the flowers? Which flower? I haven't fussy cut the flowers out. I don't think I want to sit here and fussy cut flowers. Well, technically I'm standing. The flowers would look good. Birds. Oh, I'm not looking. I've got lots of love hearts flying by. It is Macready. It's quite Scottish. Okay, I'm seeing love hearts. So that's one. Oh, the ones I cut off. Oh. Oh, you're a genius. Kay, you are brilliant. Let's do that. So we'll use one. Okay, I'm tempted to put the bird there because I really liked it, but there is logic behind my madness for using the bird right here, is because this opens up and that way I can stick it down to this back bit. I am going to miss it too, Kayla. It is just stunning. Go on, can you bring some colouring into bed? I'm a enabler, aren't I? So I just put a dimensional down and that's almost sufficient to get that bird stay put. I might just add a little bit of glue to the back of that flower. And thanks to Kay's lovely suggestion. Yes, love it. We're going to tuck these flowers. Thank you for the love. Right there. And let's remove those off screen. And that is, that was something I didn't do. We need to adhere down that flap. It's okay, I can do that now. Just so that it's not popping up. So I'm just running, placing, gluing. So I've just glued those flaps down. That way they won't keep popping up, and just need to trim my ribbon. You have to give it a go. So I did say this at the beginning, but Pam Jorgensen from Stamping in Your PJs taught me this fold. She did a live a few weeks ago and she told everyone what to bring and we could craft along with her, and I loved it. And I thought it'd be great. So I'm just doing this rough because because I want to be able to still open the card. I won't tie that ribbon down, but yeah, Pam actually listed what we needed, what supplies, and yeah, I think we all did different things, but we I did anyway. Here's the card I made when I was watching Pam. So you can do anything you want, really. There's so many options and variability. So here I use the So Sweet, Stitched So Sweetly dies with the Crafting Forever stamp set. You made it too. Excellent. It was so much fun to craft with her, but I'm never that organized enough to say, here are the supplies. Like, my lives are literally off the cuff today. I planned this a little bit ahead, and I don't know why I'm showing off that one, because this is the one we made today. And the only thing that bothers me with this fold is that there isn't as much writing space in it. So you could still see writing if you wrote all over it. So you kind of need to center your writing a bit. That bothers me because I like to write a fair bit in my cards. But otherwise it's okay. Thank you, Margaret. But we're not done. I'm going to decorate the envelope. So we'll put that there. And I thought it would be neat to just add some DSP to the flap of the envelope. I normally like to use my mechanical pencil because it's nice and thin, but I cannot see it. That's annoying. Where is it? Oh, I know. Haha, I found it in the kitchen. totally, I know, crazy. So all I do is, and it doesn't matter that my pencil is gone, onto the flap because we're going to glue that. And this is quite a simple way to decorate envelopes, but I think it really is. I loved it. Whenever I get a card in the mail with an envelope flap in DSP, I don't know, I get a warm and fuzzy feeling. I think it's great. And hey presto, just some glue. Oh, something I hadn't talked about, but I'll mention it now. Please nominate someone that you would like me to send this card to in the mail. So just in the comments, write you'd like it to be sent to your sister, your friend, your mother, your father, whoever it is, and just a little bit why. They're amazing support. You miss them. You know, nothing specific. Don't feel you have to share their personal details. Just beware that you will need to share their address with me if your nomination gets chosen. So it's also a good idea just to put something heavy on that while the glue sets. And then there we go. So that's the the triangle gatefold card. Excuse me. So if there's anyone you can think of that deserves a beautiful card in the mail, write it down in the comments. Sorry, this is for addresses, so you don't have to be in Australia, but those who are receiving the card does, for those who is receiving, will need to be in Australia. And I can't offer this to those watching on YouTube just simply because there is a massive time delay between filming this, and you definitely may. Haha. Fabulous. You could just write my friend. You don't have to put their names in the comments, Margaret. That's the other option. But if it's your mother, of course, that would be obvious. Excellent, Betty. I'd love you to message me and see which ones you make and what designs and options you choose to include in yours. And yeah, so this is a cute, simple. I do actually enjoy folding the triangles. It's something small and fun. And thank you so much for watching, spending time with me. If you love this paper, it is limited time now, so I've popped the link to purchase it in the description. If you like the sentiment, okay, to your dear friend, you can purchase the sentiments. It's a PDF, 15-page PDF bundle. You die cut them, punch them out, fussy cut them out, and you can use them on cards and send them to people, all kind of COVID. Here's one that I haven't cut up yet. And then you also get some printing instructions, terms of use, and you get to know which colours coordinate with them and what punches and die cuts. So thank you so much for watching, spending some time with me. I hope you all have a wonderful Monday night and a wonderful week, and I shall see you on Wednesday at 10 AM for my Creative Time Facebook Live. Thanks, Margaret. Bye for now.